Hello everyone, very good afternoon to this XAT class. How are you doing? How's the preparation going on? XAT class. Just a moment. So I really think that you should be like I've always told. I've said in the class when we were talking about cat every day. I was talking same thing, and I'll repeat the same thing again. That solving a couple of questions every day and keeping a track of your mistakes. These two things improve the skills, and these two things ultimately help you to improve your skills to the level where you will be able to perform well with confidence. Because ultimately, if you see the objective of the entire process will boil down to the confidence which you have on your skills, and it will also boil down to the conditioning of body and mind. And of course, and why I'm saying these two things, because your body and mind have to get conditioned to sit for a process, to sit for an entrance test for 2 hours or 3 hours, and continuously keep looking at the screen. So this physical and mental preparedness is what we are trying to achieve here. Now, this can only be achieved if you have subscribed to Unacademy, you have installed, you have downloaded, you have downloaded the app, you have installed it, and you have subscribed to Unacademy. So before I talk about subscription, we have special classes which we are doing every day. I'm at least doing every day, and so please, for those classes are free. Those classes we don't charge you anything. The quizzes are also free. We don't charge you anything for the quizzes also. Another point which I think is of importance is that through special classes you can look at the kind of quality or the kind of content which we will be giving to you, because the quality will remain the same whether it's a special class or a plus class or a is special class. Just that there'll be a difference of content here and there. So these YouTube classes, these plus classes, they give you an opportunity to have a peek, to look into the kind of quality which we people are giving to you. What is the benefit of plus subscription? The plus subscriptions most important benefit which I can point out to you is that the most important benefit, sorry for that, which I can point out to you is that you will be getting access to plus courses, which are specific courses, special courses, unique courses designed for the plus students. Those courses will not be available to everyone else, to others who have not subscribed. Other than that, you will get every fourth class in a plus course should be a doubt solving session. So that also you have to take care of it. So that also we give to you, and we help you to solve all your doubts there. The interaction, the UI interaction is most amazing. I mean, that's a kind of that is a kind of UI which I don't think you can get in YouTube chat. Again, how does the UI work? The best way to look at it will be your special classes. Now the pricing is most amazing. The pricing will come down to 788 rupees a month, and it'll come down to your rupees a month for 24-month subscription. If you use the code Saxena Live, it'll come down to 18,900 for 24 months. The per month the EMI cost is 788 rupees. Now, why this is so amazing? Because like I've said to you, you get access to hundreds and hundreds of topic wise tests, sectional tests, mock tests, without which your scores are not going to improve. Old question papers, and the answers are properly explained, the answers are properly analyzed, and the solutions have also been given in a detailed manner. This investment is an investment, this whatever fees you'll be paying, this is an investment into your future, because your skills are improving. And because of this course, because of the process, you are going to attain good scores in CAT and or any other top entrance test after CAT. And these skills will remain with you. For example, tomorrow if you want to pursue, say after pursuing MBA, you want to pursue, say, any other career, okay, and you want to write an entrance test in any institution or in any skill assessment test to enter into an job role with a multinational company. Everywhere, quantitative aptitude, verbal ability, and DILR, everywhere, generally in the first round, in the initial screening, these questions are asked. So this is an investment into your future, and this is going to improve your skills a lot. So when we're talking about COVID, I think if we look at from a COVID standpoint and the online coaching, I think you should trust a system which has been doing this for a very, very long time. And I think we have been doing this for a very long time to confidently say that yes, we can do a good job here when it comes to online learning. Let's solve some grammar questions. This is an actual XAT question paper. Fill in the blanks with the most appropriate option that follows. A wolf meeting with a lamb astray. So a wolf meeting with a lamb. Why? See, why a wolf is meeting with a lamb? Why? There's a so why will we say A? Because we're talking about a single wolf, right? We are talking about a single wolf. A wolf meeting with a lamb. Astray from the fold, from a fold. Now, why we're saying A? Because we are talking about a particular wolf, about a wolf about which we don't know anything about. We first time we are hearing about it. So whenever we talk about something for the first time, there's a mention of there's a mention of a particular a common noun for the first time. We use A. Okay. So question number 1: A wolf met with a lamb astray from a fold, because we are talking for the first time about everything. So a wolf meeting with a lamb astray from our fold, resolved not to lay violent hands on him, but to find some plea to justify to the lamb the wolves right to eat him. Because now we are using the for the lamb here in the second line, and the wolf because we have mentioned them earlier. So we can say our wolf meeting with our lamb astray from our fold, resolved not to lay violent hands on him, but to find some plea to justify to the lamb the wolf's right to eat him. Right? So this is how you'll be able to solve it. Okay, any questions? Basically, when we are reading, so it's a basic concept of articles, that when we are reading something when we're reading a common noun for the first time, we use articles. We use a as an article there, and when that very topic, that very common noun has been used already somewhere in the sentence, we use the. Okay, let's go to the next question here. Second, a bat, so let's see, bat who fell upon ground was caught by weasel. Okay, so okay, so we'll take our bat who fell upon, maybe you're not sure about, we'll be using ground the or not, was called by a weasel. So we know that it is a, then a gap, because we're not sure. For example, I'm just taking an example that you're not sure about ground. I'm just telling you how to solve the question. So since we're talking about the first time, you'll be using our bat. Okay, first blank, our bat who fell upon dash was caught by a weasel. So it will be a dash a. Option number A, B and C all are talking about a dash a. Pleaded to his life, the weasel. So now weasel is come the second time. So the weasel refused. So it's a dash a, then again the, saying that he was by nature. Now here we'll be using the enemy. Why? We'll be using the enemy. Why? Because when you use a noun, say a common noun, enemy, and before that enemy, if you put the, okay, you're using a common noun here, enemy, and you put an article the before it, it becomes a collective noun. So when you say the enemy, that means you're talking about a collection of, you're talking, he, she or she is representing a entire set of entities who call themselves or who are enemy of all the birds. So he is the enemy of all the birds. So a dash a, the, and then again the enemy of all the birds. But the bat assured him. But the bat assured him that he was not a bird, but he was a mouse. Okay. Fine. That he was not a bird, but also if you look here, we know for sure that when he's saying that he was not a bird, but he was but a mouse, we know that here a will come here, right? We know that last two brackets will be a only, because he was saying that he's not a bird but a mouse. We cannot use the here, because da mein he will when you say da, when you have spoken about something earlier, but here he's comparing himself He's saying that I am not a particular category, but I'm another particular category. So here I is going to come for sure, right? So we know for sure that in last two brackets A are going to come. I'm not a bird but a mouse, right? So we know for sure that we can we have already found that because of A space A wala concept coming in starting, that only A, B and D qualify for it. Among A, B and D, we know that it's only A and D which are having A comma A in the very last. For sure. Come to the second last uses. Second last usage में they are using the bat. The bat, I showed him that he was not a bird. So the bat has been used in both B and D. And only the place where we have come to, we have a tie here is the enemy of all the birds, which has been mentioned in here, right? Let's do some other questions now. Choose the most appropriate option after reading the following statements. Whether due to haste or design, the new laws are marked by vagueness, leaving officials all down the organization's bureaucratic chain great latitude in enforcing them. Okay, so they are saying that whether due to haste or design, the new laws are marked by vagueness, leaving officials all down the organization's bureaucratic chain great latitude in enforcing them. The opacity of the language leaves law open to manipulation on political grounds. So they are saying that the language is opaque and it opens the law to manipulation on political grounds. So they are saying find the most appropriate option after reading the following sentences. Statement 2 can be induced from statement 1. Statement 1 can be induced from statement 2. Statement 2 can be deduced from statement 1. So this way they have given. So you have to deduce one statement from another. So they are saying that due to haste or design, laws are marked by vagueness, leaving officials all down the organization's bureaucratic chain great latitude in enforcing them. So vagueness has been mentioned both in 1 and 2 says that. So one is saying that it will be difficult for the officials. It will be difficult for the officials to enforce the new laws because they are vague. 2 says that the opacity of the language leaves the law open to manipulation on political grounds. 1 says that the problem with the vagueness will be difficult in making it difficult to implement them. And 2 says that it will be that opaque laws are going to open the ground to it will open up this Pandora's box in which manipulation will be possible on political grounds. See, the cause is same here. Okay, cause is same here. Okay, but the issue here is that it is having one way in one position it is causing challenge, on other people, they are benefiting from it, but the people might not be benefiting from it. So I think that I think both of them are independent in nature. None of them can be sort of subsequently understood from each other. So these two statements are independent of each other. Two different effects are happening, which may have a common cause, but you cannot derive one from the another. Okay. Choose the appropriate option after reading the following statements. Choose the appropriate option after reading the following statements. If there is any endeavor whose fruit should be freely available, that endeavor is surely publicly financed science. That if there is any endeavor, any task or any action, results of which should be available to everybody, that is publicly financed science. 2, there's a widespread feeling that the journal publishers who have mediated the scientific exchange for the past century or more are becoming an impediment to free distribution of knowledge. They're saying that there's a widespread feeling that the general publishers who have mediated the scientific exchange for past century or more are becoming an impediment to free distribution of. So they're talking about that the people who publish journals, they are not allowing the scientific knowledge to sort of get distributed freely. 3 says the internet revolution is happening, making knowledge transfer cheaper. Technology permits it. Researchers and politicians want it. More public money can be spent on it. Now they're saying that internet revolution is happening, making knowledge faster, cheaper. Technology permits it. Researchers and politicians want it. More public money can be spent on it. On the making knowledge easily accessible to everybody through technology. Statement 2 illustrates as statement 1. No, it does not. Because 2 is talking about that journal publishers are an impediment. They are stopping people. They are stopping free distribution of knowledge. And 1 is saying that public finance science is something whose fruit should be enjoyed by everybody. They are 3 says statement 3 is a facilitating condition for statement A. This is correct. This is to some extent is correct. Let's read other option. There are other options also. Statement 3 states a condition after which statement 1 would be valid. See, when you are saying that publicly financed science fruits of results should be freely available, there is no this is just it's an idea. To get it valid or not, this is something different. But 3, as they spoke about the technological revolutions and researchers and politicians wanting it, so probably 1 is somewhere a facilitating condition. 2 can be deduced from statement 3 but independent of statement A. So 2 cannot be deduced from anywhere else. Okay. Statements 1, 2, 3 are necessarily independent. They are saying that statement 1, 2, 3. Okay, hi, Megha has asked a question. Okay, thank you so much for asking this question, Megha. Hi. Yeah, so Megha is saying that, but statement 2 is because of statement number 1. Okay, so hi, Megha. See what happens, no? Understand the crux, the main point being mentioned. What is the point mentioned in line number 1? The point mentioned in line number 1 is that the fruits isn't that if there's anything, any activity or any karma or any action or any job profile where the results of which should be evenly and freely available for people. So what the sentence said that when we talk about public financed science, wherein people do research, people study it, people do experiments in labs which have been funded by the public exchequer, like you have IISc in Bangalore, and there are dozens and dozens of research institutions. So these fruits, because public money has gone into it, it should be freely available for everybody. This is one point. Line number 2 is saying there is a widespread feeling that general publishers who were the medium for scientific exchange. See what happens, even if you go now, it is a lot of research papers you will not be able to access unless you subscribe to the journal or you pay them a small fees. A lot of fine quality of research papers are still behind the firewall or the lock-in key of a journal. So what used to happen, that these scientific papers are published in these scientific journals, and from there, since these journals are available in scientific libraries everywhere, the research students don't have to buy it. They will go to that library and they can procure it, they can read it. Okay, so they were the medium of transfer of scientific exchange for 100 years, and they are becoming, they're an obstacle in the process of free distribution of exchange. Okay, now 1 and 2, you can argue with me ki haan, that 1 and 2 are somewhere there's a connection, but you cannot necessarily say that there's a connection. It is possible that public financed science is not being, people are may not be able to see it because the websites are not proper, or say the intent of the people who do research, their intent is more to get their degrees and to pass out or to keep growing instead of communicating the scientific facts in simple language. So there can be many reasons behind it, right? Okay, so 1 and 2 here are, in a way, they can be understood as independent. But I'll agree to you if you say here that line number 2 here, okay, can be a factor. The idea given in line number 2, if true, can be one of the factors why one has not been achieved, then yes, I can agree with you there that this kind of a statement is also correct. But we haven't seen this kind of a statement anywhere here. What it says in A is that statement 2 definitely illustrates 1. So whatever is there in whatever has been mentioned in line number 2, that does not illustrate 1. You can say that 2 can be a cause why 1 has not been achieved. Or the point mentioned in 2, if true, because there's widespread feeling is there. We don't know if it's true or not. So the idea mentioned in 2, if correct, then it can be one of the reasons why one is we have not been able to achieve the ideal which we have placed for ourselves in line number 1. I hope it's clear now, Megha. Okay. If you're still there. Sorry, it took time to explain it to you. 3 is a condition, is a facilitated condition for 1. Yes, to some extent B is correct, but 3 saying that 3 states a condition under which 1 should be invalid. Now this is something which is contrary, because 3 is a condition in which 1 will be valid. So here C is also completely, we know that is, we can completely ignore it. Statement 2 can be deduced from statement 3, but independent of 1. Statement 2 can be deduced from statement 3. No. In 3, they're talking about that public money can be spent to facilitate the knowledge transfer, easier, cheaper knowledge transfer. Okay, that is what they are trying to say here. But 2 cannot be deduced from 3. Statements 1 through 3 are necessarily independent. Now saying that they are necessarily independent, this is something which is too extreme actually. Which is something which is too extreme. These 2 statements may not be necessarily independent. However, statement number B sounds like a more plausible choice, that statement 3 is a facilitating condition in statement number 1. Okay, I hope it is clear now. Any more doubts, Megha, if you are still here, or anyone else who has joined this thing? The most appropriate option after reading the statements. Business schools are ideally positioned to point out when an action that provides a benefit for an individual comes to a cost, at a cost to society, but in reality they really bother. They're saying that what? So they're saying that these schools are ideally positioned to point out when an action provides benefit for an individual comes at a cost to society, but in reality they really. So business schools are not bothered if the benefit which is coming to an individual comes at a cost to society. 2, it is part of malaise that has fallen the political debate on capitalism, which has been taken over by special interest and people who have no faith in real market-based system. So they are saying that part of the malaise that has befallen the political debate on it is a part of a malaise that has befallen the political malaise on capitalism, which has been taken over by special interest people who have faith in no real market-based capital. So they are saying that because of the political debate on capitalism has been hijacked by the people of special interest who don't have any faith in the real capitalist market. That is a part of the problem also. 3 says, when government favors the private sector, it is all too often by being pro-business rather than pro-market, meaning the favorable conditions are provided to particular institutions rather than to institutions broadly. Right? So they are saying that when government is doing something to favor the private sector, it is done to benefit certain institutions, and it is not done with an intent to create a pro-market scenario to create a level playing field for the private finance, for the private institutions in general to flourish. Acha, let me ask you this one thing. In 2 they mention what that this capitalism has been taken over by political debate on capitalism has been taken over by special interest people who have no faith in real market based system. Special interest people, 3 they are saying that yes, they are the governments are providing some special benefits to few people rather than all the players in the market being given a level playing field. Acha, statements 1 and 2 are necessarily dependent. No, absolutely no. 1 was talking about B school, 3 is talking about the political debate on capitalism. That it has been sort of hijacked by the people who have special interest. Right? So 1 and 2 are not dependent at all. Okay. So look at option number D. D says that 1, 2, 3 cannot be independent. That means all of them are dependent, which is not the case. 1 is completely not concerned. They are not at all connected to each other, right? So 1 is not connected to 2 and 3 at all. So option number D is also gone. E says all the statements are necessarily independent. Now necessarily independent we cannot say because we see that there is some connection between 2 and 3. So even E is gone. Okay, now we only have B and C with us. Statement number 2 and 3 are necessarily independent. See, we cannot say that they are necessarily independent. Since they were talking about special interest and people who have no faith in real market based system, we have sort of connected to 2 plus 2 to understand that probably there is a connection between 2 and 3. When they said that government is favoring some businesses rather than creating a level playing field for all the players and providing adequate environment, basically wherein all the businesses can grow. Right? So 2 and 3 may be dependent. That is the right answer, C. Acha, okay, hi Megha. Okay. Is this clear to all of you who are watching? Okay. Let's do one more question here. Read the following sentence and choose the best alternative which should replace the italicized part of the sentence. So they are saying that read the following sentence and choose the best alternative which should replace the it. So we have to find a sentence which can replace it. That means the idea mentioned should be same. Words can change. To be a great manager requires strong interpersonal skills. Strong interpersonal skills means that your ability to interact with people, your ability to interact and communicate with people should be good. The ability to think fast and demands a can-do attitude. Okay, so the ability to think fast and demands a can-do attitude. Okay. The ability to have connection with people, to talk to people, to interact, think fast, and that a positive or a determination should be there in the person's behavior. Acha, it's a grammar question. Okay. To be a great manager requires strong interpersonal skills, the ability to think fast, and demands a can-do attitude. To be a strong manager requires strong interpersonal skills, the ability to think fast, and a can-do attitude. Demands will be we don't need demand. Now this is to some extent correct also. I have to point out that since you are saying requires here in the very beginning, using again demand will be not grammatically correct. You are using more than once a certain verb which is not required. Okay. So this is something which is a duplicacy, or more than one times a verb is used. So that's a fair point, which we have been told here. Again, C says requires interpersonal skills, demands the ability to think fast. Again, we don't need demand here. To be a great manager requiring strong interpersonal skills. Requiring also is complete, because see, to be a great manager requires, right? You don't say to be a great manager requiring. So this is a ing level fault here, which they should not have made. To be a great manager demands strong interpersonal skills and ability to think fast, but with can demand attitude. This is again think fast but with can demand attitude. So thinking fast and a can do attitude, they are not opposite of each other, where you need a but. They are not two contrary qualities which a person cannot possess so easily, right? So these are all qualities which people can have, right? So we have C is not correct because there is a demands here after requires. D is not correct because there is requiring here. Okay. And E is not correct because they have used but here and also an ability to think fast. So it is B, requires interpersonal skills, the ability to think fast, and a can-do attitude. So people who are joining, who are listening to me, please subscribe to the channel given below. Please subscribe to the channel, and also please join the Telegram group which has been given below. I'll also share my Telegram group link here. Please join the Telegram group. We'll be offering you notes. We'll be offering you classes, and we will be also offering you a lot of insights. We'll be also offering you, and you can also ask questions. So these platforms, Telegram is a new WhatsApp for the is students, and I think it is very beneficial to people also. Okay. Read the following sentence and choose the best alternative which should replace the italicized part of the sentence. Looks like same as the previous sentence, a grammar based sentence here, grammar based question here. Okay, the tremendous insight of Einstein was that the passage of time does not appear to be the same while standing still as it does to a person traveling at a speed which is a significant fraction of the speed of light. Okay, this is a tough one, no? Little tough one. Okay, the tremendous insight of Einstein was that the passage of time does not appear to be same while standing as it does to a person traveling at a speed which is a significant fraction of the speed of light. So first, the problem is that which we look at, if we look at the option, we see that option number D says option A says while standing as it does to a person traveling. B says to a person standing still as to a person traveling. This sounds better because you're comparing a person standing still to a person who's traveling. Okay. To a person who is standing still as a person who is traveling. Now there's again a grammar issue here. Okay, Megha says B or E. Let's read E. So C is incorrect. No, we all agree. Why? Because he's saying as a person, but here we have to use as to a person, so as to compare. While standing still as to traveling. While standing still as to traveling at a speed. Okay. D says it does not appear to be same while standing still as to traveling at a speed. Okay. Okay, let's read E first, because may I saying E might be also correct. E says to a person standing still as to a person who travels. Now what happens? No, there is a problem here. See, when you are using in there is a concept known as parallelism in grammar. What does it mean? That if in a part of a sentence, if in two parts of a sentence which are equivalent in nature, if you are using an ing form somewhere, you should also use in the other part, which is an equal part, you should be using an ing form. In case you are using a to form somewhere in the in a part of the sentence which has equal status, or it is it is doing the same function, we should be using to in both the cases, or ing in both the cases. Since we are using standing still in option number E in the first part, then second part we should also be saying traveling. We should not be saying who travels. So E is incorrect for that reason. So E though is incorrect because of that reason. So Megha, have you understood the error? Right? So either it should be stands or stand or travel in both the cases, without ing, or it should be ing in both the cases. That is the fundamental issue here. C is incorrect because it is not comparing. And D, A is incorrect because A is using standing still, and as it does to a person. So if you are talking about using the word person somewhere in the second part, you should also be using in A also while a person is standing in A also. But it's so we have got zeroed into B and D, to a person standing still as to a person traveling, on while standing still as to a person standing. Let's place these two lines, these two phrases in the sentence and read them once more to get a clear picture. The tremendous insight of Einstein was that the passage of time does not appear to be the same, putting B, does not appear to be the same to a person standing still as to a person traveling at a speed of light which is a significant fraction of the speed of light. This sounds correct to me. I don't find any problem there. Let's read D now. The tremendous insight of Einstein was that the passage of time does not appear to be same while standing still as to traveling at a speed which is a significant fraction of the speed of light. Now I think here I think I'll mark B here as an option, because B is sounds more B is I can say it's a more conversant question. It's a more of a grammatically more appropriate to call for a certain way, because here saying does not appear to be the same. Does not appear to be the same to whom? To a person. So I think B is a more technically and in a way, in a grammatical way, a more, there is no problem with B at all. We can say for sure. So in cases like this, wherein you found that you are divided between two choices, wherein both of them appear to be correct, chances are that that you have to sort of read it like we placed in the sentence this phrase, and then we read them over and over again to get an understanding as to what can be wrong. You know, we understood the entire idea here, that B is definitely correct, D may or may not be correct. If they have made an error in this question, that is, if B and D both are technically correct, B and D are both see, A, C, E are not correct, that's for sure. And if B and D, there are two answers to it, then in spite of you marking any option, they will have to give you full marks here, because they have made an error here and they have left two correct answers here. So whenever there is more than one right answer, the onus of giving you the marks lies with the institution, because like you, lakhs and lakhs of people have taken that test. There will be hundreds and hundreds of applications before hundreds and hundreds of requests which will come to them in the student complaints redressal portal. Even you can raise an issue if you find that more than one option are correct. One thing I would like to say about XAT. In XAT, there have been errors in past, and so whenever errors come, they come small errors like this come, and they will take care of it. All right. All right, I'm closing the class now. It's been an hour, so please join the Telegram group. I'll be staying in touch with you people. Please let me know for any kind of request for any kind of classes which you would like me to conduct. Please download and install Unacademy app. We are giving you free classes when it comes to the special classes, to the quizzes. We are teaching you free of cost. And YouTube is also free of cost. So please download and install Unacademy, and please make sure that you are taking part in the classes. Apart from that, Unacademy subscription offers you live classes like these. You can talk to the educator the way you were talking to me. Hundreds and hundreds of test series, and every fourth class is a doubts solving session. Please use the code Saxena Live to get 10% discount. Okay. Thank you very much.